YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So Instagram, we got Facebook up there, YouTube right here. And Matt Carter and I are on another podcast. Make sure this is recording. I forgot to press the record button once and nothing got captured. We got people tuning in. The phone is a little far away, so we won't be able to kind of read your comments till the end, but feel free to drop some comments.
You can always check in on them halfway through the show or something and see if there's anything we want to answer. Alright, had a little hardware deal. And looks like we're live on the podcast into the final piece over here. So video's live, podcast is live, we are ready to go. We need like some intro music or something, you know, it should come on like dun 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 dun, or I don't know.
Yeah,
something.
I mean, that's your job, man.
That's next level. I guess you're right, I am
This
over
is your
here
podcast.
audio producing.
Yeah, man, so, you know, music would be dope. And we're gonna talk about a pretty cool topic today. You know.
What's the topic?
Just the will to win and how fitness basically helped us achieve this mindset. We are kind of above, or that's the wrong word. We are kind of people in our peer group that have kind of like something to show for the past 20 years, you know, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it all comes down to the fitness mindset that we achieved, you know, just making those sacrifices, and that kind of bled into other avenues, you know, just building equity as, you know, a 32-year-old, you know, that takes many, many years, and this just is derived from having that all-in strategy where you make sacrifices for fitness, and that's what we're going to go over today. But yeah, like Matt's sitting pretty with 6 figures over here, and I am too. You know, it's a certain mindset that is super valuable for everyone because it is a tangible result, something that we can see, something that we work hard for, and through consistency and pushing the limits, we actually can do the same fucking formula for many, many other things. It's just, and it's something you can see, and you can't really see that with a lot of other things, like maybe just playing a sport, you know, learning an instrument. Yeah, you can see those, but like running a business, it might take like a decade to see any type of result. And you know, fitness even helps you build a business because you have to train when you don't want to, and it wasn't always like this. And you gotta work when you don't want to either for the business. But it wasn't always like this, you know, because when we started off, we were a lot of different people, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can think of all the changes I've gone through since, I guess I probably started working out when I was 14, so now 29, about to turn 30. So, I mean, yeah, the number of things that I've seen, and just, like you said, the learning process and learning to stick with things, just kind of getting your nose to the grindstone and getting after it, and not worrying too much about necessarily the end result or how to get there, and just going, as well as where that's gotten me now. You know, I would have never guessed this would have been the end result just from starting to work out, mostly from insecurities and, you know, social pressures and things like that.
Exactly. Like, there was a pressure to be, you know, somewhat of a guy, you know, in high school, even middle school. It's just the people that play the sports, they get all the recognition, all the attention, and I'm just sitting in the background playing my StarCraft, my Counter-Strike, Super Smash Brothers, and not really improving my skills in any other area. And that means sports, that means academics, that means social skills. I was pretty introverted and just not good at anything. It's just a horrible combination, just not having any confidence because you're not good at shit, and then just being shy overall. But thank God I jumped into fitness. Thank God I walked through those doors. My friend invited me to go to the gym, and that's when I was like, hell yeah, I had no resistance towards it. I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Wait, so which friend is this? I don't think I've heard this full story, actually. I'm kind of like, oh, I'm intrigued now.
Andrew Chung.
Oh, it's Chung!
we were trying to get girls. I mean, that was the real thing. It was like, yo, we're gonna get muscle, we're gonna get swole. But yeah, I actually was pretty good at getting consistent, mainly because I was already consistent in my home gym garage. My dad bought me this chest bench press, and I was like nailing that thing like twice a day. But I finally stepped it up to get to the gym membership. But I walked in there, and I built consistency really, really quickly, right? So anything you got to say about consistency, bro?
Yeah, I think consistency is super important for reaching for those goals. I do think it's interesting to point out too that I maybe started from a slightly different place in getting there. So I think that, I mean, insecurity is definitely part of it, but there's all kinds of reasons to end up on this path. Like, I can remember having a lot of insecurity from playing sports. You know, I started t-ball when I was younger, and like rec league basketball and all that, and I would do things like strike out on t-ball or score on the wrong goal in basketball. Or like when you're playing football, you know, I remember a chance where I got a fumble and then I immediately fucked up and got tackled, and it was like, like I was so close to doing something really good. But you know, those failures kind of inspired me to start to work out, and so maybe that was my fuel for being consistent in the gym. So I think an important thing for being consistent is kind of figuring out why you want to get there, but you know, not too much. You just gotta hop into it and keep going. But consistency mainly is about building a habit, I think, and sticking with it. You don't have to do anything crazy, just like go to the gym. Even if you don't feel like it, go and do 20 minutes if you can't do anything else, you know, or that's all you can squeeze in.
Right, just get it in no matter what. But I can definitely relate to what you're saying, you know, just like not being good at anything and then just dumping all that energy into fitness. And it's just a win-win, because originally I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get fat because everyone keeps telling me that that's older and like 50 to 60 years old. I'm like, I don't want to be an introvert and have a shitty life and be fat. So I was like, that's a bad combination. Like, I gotta start working now as like a paranoia type of thing. Like I just didn't want to go there. So I knew I just needed to prepare for that. And that's just like the funny, you know, mindset that I had when I was starting. And I love to eat. I was like, if I'm gonna keep eating like this, people are telling me it's gonna catch up to me, I better start doing something about it.
Dude, now we're strong in that barbecue game. We're eating healthy, good, tasty food that's nutrient dense as well. It's excellent.
Exactly, and the same formula that we applied from fitness allowed us to become pretty good smokers. Like, you guys see the food on the social media, like it looks good, but it tastes even better. I'll fucking tell you that. You know?
Yeah, dude, that's so true. And you know, the fitness thing goes to other things too. Like, I'm a purple belt in jiu-jitsu now, which is sort of the same process. Like, it's one of those things where it seems like it's impossible to ever get to, in this case, say like a black belt or, you know, whatever. But you start going, you work out, you get a little bit better. This happens in fitness too. It's kind of funny. There'll be points where you're like, okay, I think I've kind of got this shit figured out now, and like I kind of know about working out. And then, you know, something comes along or someone tells you something, and you kind of rethink everything and go, so nope, actually, there's so much more I don't know.
Exactly. So that's like the main reason people fail. Like, they think they already know everything, but they have no gains already. They just like heard he said, she said, like it's about the caloric deficit, but they never implemented it and realized that, hey, you do have to eat lower carbs. It's not about this caloric deficit, just eating all the same calories, because, you know, there's certain things you just gotta know. Like, for instance, like, you know, a piece of salmon isn't gonna be the same benefit as the same amount of calories in donuts. Like, let's be real. But this is the paradigm that people are working with. We have to focus on nutrients, and this is like, there's levels to this shit. You know, at first it's kind of like, all right, we basically just work hard, you know, and then from there, you just have to be consistent, not only executing at the gym, but committing to improving your knowledge, this goes for everything. Like, you improve your knowledge in anything, you will become proficient. And you have to trust the process. Like, okay, I'm gonna be consistent, and we already said, like, you don't want to do this shit half the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can think of so many times. I can think of actually times where I have literally driven to the gym, parked, and then left without even going inside. Which is horrible to say, but you know, that's something you have to overcome, because like that's hard to come back from too. It's like last time I literally went there and didn't even do anything. But when you have those failures, it's important to kind of reflect, I think, and get back to it and wrap it to that consistency, because it sucks, but you just got to get in there and do something and keep at it, and you'll get places.
Right. It was probably one of those times when we used to take Jack 3D or Jacked, and then we would smoke like a bowl before we would go into the gym, and we probably got the Jacked in us and the bud, and basically left after. Yeah, I think that's definitely happened multiple times.
It may have. I was thinking of a different time when I was alone. But speaking of that, what's funny? There was another time where I thought I microdosed on shroom honey and went to the gym, and I was like, I can't go to the gym right now and work out. Too much.
That shroom honey. All right. So yeah, trust the process and consistency, and even building your knowledge. And over time, you're just going to get better and better. But most people, they just want to take some breaks. Like, what did you think this was? This is like a lifetime commitment. Like, you don't just stop doing this shit. So that's why I tell people sometimes, like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, because once you stop, you're not going to be satisfied anymore. It's kind of like a until death type of thing. That's how I see it. Because, at 15 years in the game, Matt's like, what, inching up on like 12 years or something?
I started working out when I was 14, so because I started working with one of my football buddies that I was playing with, and he started taking me to the neighborhood gym we were at. So yeah, 14 to 29, almost 30, so 15, 16 years.
Yeah, we both pretty deep in the game of fitness, so it's like, you basically have to learn to love the struggle. Because honestly, I've been training for like 90 days in a row now. That's like 3 months. All right. And I'll be fucking real with you guys. Like, the past 5 days, not only have I been getting a little sleep, but every morning when I hit the gym, I'm like, I don't want to do this. And this is the mindset that it takes. But you push through it, you understand that you're capable of it, and once you do that, it is another experience point to leveling up, like straight up. It really is that, because you are breaking past your self-limiting beliefs. Like, I was telling myself I can't do this, but I had a better workout than last time. Like, this is what needs to come out of thin air. So that's what fitness kind of teaches you, and it bleeds into building a business. Like, just pushing and going to a higher temperature, like working until 11 p.m. at night and waking up at 7 a.m. It's like you put in those hours, but I wanted to quit at 8 p.m. and I'm pushing it to 11:30, like multiple days in a row, and it just builds strength, just like fitness. So
Mental discipline.
yeah, it's all derived from fitness, is what we're trying to say. Like, you gotta get your ass in the gym. But after you get consistent, after you start learning and start becoming kind of like a psychopath of fitness, that's when you start becoming proficient and going all in. You're going all in on the supplements, you're going all in on the nutrition, you got your program dialed in, you might be even telling everybody that you love fitness. Like, this is all in, right? Do you want fast results? Like, of course you do. We don't do this for slow results. Like, I'm sick of hearing that. Like, I just want a little bit of muscle. I just want to lose 5 pounds. And we're going to get to this at the end of the talk of why this is detrimental to any goal, aiming so small. It's just, once you go all in, you get what you want real freaking quick. Like I mentioned earlier, did I mention, like, Matt, he went hard in the crypto. All right, he got me into crypto. You see me posting on Instagram and shit. Yeah, he basically went all in on that, right?
Yeah. Started getting in 2017 just because I was, even though I work out now and all this, I've always been a little bit of a computer nerd. As you kind of alluded to with StarCraft and all that. So I found out about it just reading online forums, and now I'm doing okay with a decent investment in Ethereum,
and that shit's nice. That shit's fucking ramping up right now.
Yeah, like, just about 4K right now
as we speak. Yeah,
I'm watching closely.
And I'm all in on 88 Cardano. I'm just using the same strategy, guys. Like, straight up, I'm about to have 100 racks from Cardano. I got like 15,000 in there, but I see the future, and it's the all-in type of mentality. And you have to predict the future. Like when I was in the fitness game, or when I started, I was imagining myself every day, my bigger version, my better version. As you do this, you are programming yourself to see the future, to perceive the future. And it literally is perfect for investing. I don't doubt that's why it's helped Matt. I don't doubt that that it hasn't helped me. It's just foreseeing the future and putting and executing what needs to be done to achieve it. And that means saving a bunch of money up. Like we have to make sacrifices to build equity to invest. Like you have to punt these music festivals. I'm not going to Imagine Music Festival is like September something. I want to go, but I got to run a business and I'm trying to invest in more Cardano. like this is the name of the game. Fitness teaches you that. So, what you think about going all in?
Going all in is definitely the way to do it. I think that's definitely an important piece because you have to focus on maybe not necessarily one thing, but a few things. If you're off in too many different directions trying to do too many things at once, you're going to fail at all of them. So you really need to make it something you can do every day or almost every day, 6 days a week, something like that. I do take rest days some days on Sundays. And obviously I just got back from, I was just going to say I'm about to contradict everything because I just got back from a small weekend vacation, so I didn't work out while I was there. But that was like my enforced rest time. Otherwise I typically try to go every
This is
day.
after like a 4-week streak, right?
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
No
so
days
that
off.
new program.
See how hard he is on himself, and he's been hitting 30 days straight, like 30, whatever for a whole month is.
Oh, and don't think I ate bad, dude. Like buffet, Wagyu steak and eggs, potatoes, asparagus. I mean, Whole Foods, baby. And that Wagyu, oh, dude, I love fucking Wagyu beef.
Yeah, man. And how you do one thing is how you do everything, because he feels bad about missing like one day after a 1-month streak hitting the gym, and this is basically how he's doing everything else. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Like if you're always slacking off, if you're always going back on your fucking word, like of course you're bailing on your friends. Of course you're forgetting about your mom's birthday. You know what I mean? Like you are half-assing your life. And fitness teaches you how not to do that, because you gotta step it up, do things when you don't want to, and it allows you to understand that anything is possible. Like anything is possible. You just have to do it when you don't want to do it. Like you just have to go through the struggles and stay consistent and stick to the basics. You know what to do. You know what's going to push whatever you want forward. And this is the will to win that fitness teaches you. It's all derived from fitness because we can see the results. It's so fast. Anyone can change in just 1 week. Like you've had transformations that quick. He's been doing like in-person PT for like a decade.
Yeah, my first PT job was when I was 18. I've done some other stuff on and off then and done some side stuff, but yeah, on and off for 12 years now. And one of the biggest things I see is that just, inconsistency, or, people will put one piece of it and not all of it. That's probably a big one I see, people doing the diet and not working out and not doing the diet. And it's like, so you gotta go all in, you gotta be consistent. And sometimes it sucks, but you just gotta do it, and honestly, you'll get over it eventually.
Right. It's levels. You build up your pain tolerance. Your threshold just keeps getting higher and higher. Like I remember just working on abs. I was doing less than the whole stack. Yeah, that's like odd. I'm like I've just known I can do a whole stack all the time. It's just kind of forgot like that's where I started, like just real weak.
Oh yeah, when I first was becoming or on my way to becoming a better personal trainer, that's a problem that I had, because once you reach a certain level, it's like it's hard to remember, what you did at that time, because so much more. Like, did I not know that? But it's something you really have to think about and go back on, I think, to help people get through that.
Yeah, and just seeing the strength gains, it literally is. It sounds stupid. It's like, okay, yeah, you got stronger, but just raising that dopamine in your brain and celebrating that small victory it leads to other victories. It's more than getting mentally healthy and physically healthy and just looking good for vanity. Like, it just leads into all other areas, and that's the whole point of this podcast. Like, it has helped so much. Like, I went from nothing to, pretty financially free now, and just, I'm all about comfortability, and I'm here to protect it. Like, and when you get this type of momentum, that's exactly what you want to get to, where you are trying to protect your gains. You are kind of married to the gains at this point, and that's where you want to be. Like, too many of y'all are fucking quitting out too early, going on too many vacations. You should be buying cryptocurrency. I'm sorry.
True. Buy that crypto. It's kind of funny because we're at two slightly different stages. I'm a little bit behind Kevin. He's also a little bit older, but that's no excuse. I shouldn't make any excuses at all, because Kevin's not really had to work for anyone for at least a couple of years now, right? Kind of doing your own thing and making money, and then you got the online coaching business.
Yeah, it's been 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
Of struggle, right? And that's what fitness showed me. I understand I gotta trust the process. I understand I gotta be consistent, and then things will come in. Fitness has always something I've been trying to optimize, and the same mindset, staying consistent, going all in, and just researching and doing anything to acquire knowledge. Just applied that to online coaching, and now I have a mentor that makes $3 million per year, and I'm just learning under his wing, and that's the same mentality. I am going above and beyond for knowledge. Why do you think I'm shredded and jacked all year round? Naturally. Because I figured it out. Like, all the trial and error ingrained these protocols and strategies into me, and it's just sticking to the process, sticking to the basics, and being ultra consistent. I coin it as relentless consistency. But yeah, anything is possible, guys. You just apply the same thought process as fitness, and you're gonna get what you want, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's like you said, it's all about kind of achieving that goal for the first time. Kind of gives you some confidence, and you start to learn about just like getting momentum and building a skill where like you can do this many things. Like, all right, cool, I've gotten to where I can go to the gym every day. Then I got to the time where I could go to the gym every day and I could cook a healthy dinner, and then I got to the day where I could go to the gym every day and cook a healthy dinner and a healthy lunch, whatever it is, and just keep on just adding more right things. And I think one of the coolest things about getting good at fitness is it's going to compound more into learning more skills and newer skills than anything else, because you're going to have more energy and feel better. It's like if you have a body that's run on crap and doesn't work hard, it's hard to work hard. But if you have this body that's used to it and has good food, you're going to be able to do that much more other things and work on your business and work on your family and keep working out, and be in charge of your own finances and all that stuff.
Yeah, and for the average American, they're kind of running on empty. Like, everything they're eating is just nutrient scarce carbs. Like, do you know what this means? That's like why you feel tired. That's why you ate 3,000 calories worth of junk food and you feel tired. Like, it shouldn't be that way. You eat 3,000 calories worth of fucking steak, you're gonna have the best day of your life the next day. Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially when you're doing these little carb meals all day, every day. You start your day off with your whatever Dunkin' mocha sugar load, and then as soon as that sugar spike and insulin response is over, it's time for a muffin, and then for lunch you have, I don't know, whatever fast food with fries and a soda and
Cooking oils.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, refined oils.
It's basically liquid poison. That's what's getting everyone sick, by the way, the cooking oils.
Oh yeah, that's causing so much inflammation, no nutrient value, it's all rancid.
And it's just not human. Like, you have to have a machine to pressurize and squeeze oil out of corn. Like, think about that. It's supposed to be water. Like, how many corn have to be squished to get any type of oil out of that bitch?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the same thing with high fructose corn syrup. You get this weird concentrated thing that's not in nature, and you're going to have negative responses to it in your body. It's not meant to consume that. It's meant to consume it as a whole food.
Vegetarians are like, I don't know why I'm not losing weight. It's like, oh, like you use half a gallon of olive oil a day. Like,
Dude, and I mean, if you're vegetarian or even vegan, and I mean, you have to be so on top of which foods have which essential amino acids and all that to even have a chance of, you know, getting a regular diet that's complete, much less to compete with someone who's eating meat and whole foods and, you know.
Mainly fucking the essential amino acids and the B12. Like, you can't get that anywhere. Like, humans cannot create B12. Like, we need to eat it.
Yeah. And then you also have, you know, red meat has iron in the form of hemi-iron, which is more bioavailable and you can get it from any other source. So that's going to be especially important for your women who obviously lose iron for a few days every 28 days, if you catch my drift.
A bunch of women are iron deficient. Like, they're
So common.
all
yeah,
they eat is
anemia.
salad and chicken. Like, of course, your skin's gonna be discolored.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, but anyways, quit playing small, guys. I mentioned this earlier. You just want to lose 5 pounds. You just want to gain a little bit of muscle. Like, how pathetic is that? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my most impressive physique ever. Like, double of what I thought like 10 years ago. Just like, it just keeps on leveling up and you keep making new goals. But now I've learned that you should just set the goal high as fuck. Alright? No more, I'm just gonna lose 5 pounds. No more, you know, I just wanna get a little big. Trust me, you don't get your most impressive physique on accident.
Yeah, for real.
God damn.
I think setting those low goals is because people are afraid of failure, typically. They think if they set that goal too high, they're, you know, not going to try hard enough, and they're not going to succeed at it. 5 pounds sounds a lot more fulfillable. But that's where the will to win comes in. You set your goal, you want to achieve it, you got to make some sacrifices, and you're going to achieve it. You know, just go for it and start grinding every day. Don't worry about how exactly you're going to get there and how many failures you're going to have on the way. It's just, you just got to go. Set the goals to what you really want, which is not to be 30 pounds overweight instead of 40 pounds overweight or whatever it may be. You know, like, you're not going to be happy with that. You might be happier, but you're not going to be happy.
Yeah. Super overweight, just want to lose 5 pounds. Like, you gotta think about the happiness that's gonna bring you. You'd be better off shredded, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it might be of differing values to people, but you're not going to tell me that you wouldn't rather just like take your shirt off to take a shower and look in the mirror and be like, oh, I have a 6-pack, rather than like, oh, my fat hangs over my belt line and I can't even see it.
Because positivity leads to other positivity.
Absolutely.
If you are feeling good and looking good helps you feel good, you're gonna be winning more. It's just the chemicals firing off in our brains. When we were depressed and just like thinking about all the shit that's going wrong in our lives, like how we started, we kept stacking all these negative feels, and that's why it led to nothing else. That's why fitness was this awesome thing to get involved in, because it was a tangible thing that we could see on a day-to-day basis, on a weekly basis. We both said we've seen incredible transformations in just 1 week. Like, a lot can happen, and that just influences you to do other shit, like cooking, like you said earlier.
Absolutely. You gain the knowledge from, you know, learning how to learn a skill. That's one of the things you gain. You get the confidence to know that you can do hard things when you set a hard goal and you actually achieve it. Especially when you spend 10 years, you know, trying to get something. It's like, wow, I can really dedicate myself. I just think that's awesome when you can achieve that.
Yeah, I'm over here like, damn, yeah, 15 years. We both have 15 years. It's like, and we're probably like thinking like, is this it? Like, this is all we have achieved. But, you know.
I've been feeling re-inspired lately. You know, we've been kind of hitting our new training program and all that, and I feel like I'm getting new gains and still getting better every day. And obviously I have my jiu-jitsu and plenty to learn with that as well. So, I mean, that's always another challenge.
For real. Just always challenging ourselves.
Yeah, keep on growing. That's what life's about, learning
Just-
new skills and growing.
Just choosing the hardest shit to do. Run a business, go all in a fucking investment, just literally everything. And just, it's all coming from the reps and the sets. Doing that extra rep, doing the extra set, doing a whole ab workout when you don't expect it. Just pushing your boundaries and getting uncomfortable every fucking day, for every situation, in a sense. Because some people are too easy on themselves, just not challenging themselves. And the small goals lead to that type of mentality. So you gotta aim high,